Welcome to O2E with Nick E, where we help take your experiences from ordinary to extraordinary. Today, Lifetime Nation, so excited. I've got a great friend with me, Mike Whiting. Now, Mike and I have been friends for over 20 years, and I'm not even joking when I say this. As far as working with kids, building relationships with kids, and really creating fun when it comes to working with kids, most everything I learned in life, I learned from Mike about creating fun and engagement and experience and back pocket games. Mike, thank you so much for being on the show today.
Thank you, Nick. I've been looking forward to this for a long time, and I'm here, and let's do it. I'm ready.
Let's do it. All right. So just to kind of give the audience an understanding of who you are, you have worked with kids, let me do my math correctly, over 30 years, right? Over 30 years?
Over 30.
Okay, worked with kids for over 30 years. You're counting. How long?
I think I'm right at 31 now.
31 years. Okay. You are also what I like to say is the first male hockey cheerleader in the history of the NHL. Now, for the Carolina Hurricanes, I mean, hockey cheerleader is maybe a stretch, but you were on the Storm Squad for over 15 years. Now you're a team ambassador for the Carolina Hurricanes.
That is correct.
You are like the hype man, and there is your Stanley Cup ring when the Canes won the Stanley Cup. So amazing. You have been the mic man at NC State football games. You have danced at timeouts and all this other stuff at NC State basketball games. So you are always creating fun. Always creating fun.
I try to.
How and why do you create fun in all that you do?
Well, I tell you, Nick, my motto, one of them I live by, is something, if you can't have fun, life is not worth living. You got to have fun.
You got to have
find fun in almost every situation. You never know what somebody's going through, who might need a little lift, a little boost. And if you can provide a little bit of fun for them, then it might be just what they need. And also, I like to make people happy, so it helps me as well as helping.
So what are some of the fun things that you do on a daily basis?
Well, you can never go wrong with magic. Like, for example, I have my ring here. You see it?
I do.
Okay. Now watch, when you take that ring, flip it over a couple times, I mean, it's gone. Look, you got a little laugh out of that, even though you knew what I was going to do.
I knew exactly what you're doing. I'm laughing because I do that magic trick now. Now, I will also say, especially the kids team on this, they've seen me do the dollar drop. I don't want to say I've taken credit for the dollar drop, but it's assumed that I came up with this dollar drop trick. I'm going to say 100% Mike came up with the dollar drop. 100% the dollar drop was Mike's, and I took it.
You perfected it, Nick.
I don't know if I perfected it, but
you did.
So magic, back pocket games. What are some other things that you do just on a whim, on a dime, to just create that fun with kids?
I mean, you could just tell a random joke. When I'm at work with the kids and we're eating, I will call the foods by different names, and they think it is so hilarious. Of course, I don't want to make them choke, but just little things like that to add fun to the day.
So whenever you're with the kids, you are always thinking of ways to engage them, to make them laugh, to be silly, next level. And I feel like that's a way that you build relationships with them too as well, right?
Yeah, definitely. I will see kids I've had, 10, 15 years ago, and they'll remember some of these things I used to do with them. I had a kid, he's like 20 something now, and he remembered I had this little sour candy drop, and I can't remember what I said it did, but he remembered getting that little sour candy drop from me, and it made it turn into like a dinosaur or something. I can't remember, but he remembered it. Something so simple.
But the silly fun things that you're doing to engage those kids and be creative, they're going to remember it forever.
They are going to remember. And also, if kids are having fun, if they're not, when they get bored, that's when they get in trouble.
Yeah.
If they're having fun, you're having fun, they're having fun. There is no trouble, no discipline or anything. You got to keep them engaged. Their minds are always going, look for what's next. What are we going to do next? And you can help that and, make your life a whole lot easier too. If the kids are having fun.
Yeah. I always say kids are going to find fun regardless. It's whether the fact either we're going to create and facilitate that fun, or they're going to find it on their own. And like you said, if they find it on their own, it's not going to be good for us as leaders and facilitators of any type of kids or aquatics programs.
Exactly.
Now, you always set the tone for fun. like I said earlier, you're at the Carolina Hurricanes arena for every single home game. You are blowing the horn, starting the cheer, starting the chants. This is something that you've done at football, college football games, at basketball games. You are always the mic man, no pun intended. You are always the hype man. So where do you get that energy from, or how do you, because whatever you do, whatever mood you are in, people are going to follow. It's infectious. So where does that come from?
For example, I'm glad you brought that up. Today out here in Durham, it's gray and rainy, and so you see my shirt I'm wearing,
Be kind. I love it.
nice and bright too, tie dye.
Yep.
I just went out to the store, and a lot of people commented on my shirt. I said, "Hey, it's a gray, rainy day outside. I'm just trying to make it a little bit better," and they all got big laughs out of it and thank you and all this. I mean, create fun wherever you can. If you're feeling shy, it doesn't matter. Do it. If you're not having a great day, go ahead and do it. It'll help you and help others too.
Yeah, I feel like you're so intentional about that. You're so intentional about making others around you happy and making others around you smile. And I think that's just such a special gift.
Yeah, you got to have fun and have joy in everything you do.
Mhm.
I remember back in the day, what was it, 20 years ago, when me and you were working together, we were like, man, it's the weekend. Why is it got to be the weekend? Because we loved work so much. It wasn't really work. I mean, being with the kids, I want to be around people to make them feel good.
Yeah, and I think, and I'm just even now, I'm kind of grinning and just kind of having all these fun feelings inside because we had so many fun times together. And I think that's a good point as well too, because you're always working with someone, right? You're either working,
Yes.
when you're working with kids or when you're working in aquatics, you're always working with other people. And you don't have to be best friends with them, but you have to have that working relationship and you have to know, like we got to a point where we wouldn't even have to talk. We could look at each other and just play off each other I mean, it
Yes.
felt like for hours and hours, and people were like, "Oh, you guys must have rehearsed that." But no, we worked
Mm-mm.
together for so long, and we vibed off each other so well. We just knew that I knew what you were gonna do, I was gonna do, and and we had so much fun doing it as well too. And I think that we were working with kids, and we were. I feel like we really did want to change lives, and
We
we
did.
still do. But it was so much more fun because we could do it together, right, and laugh and just enjoy each other's company, enjoy who you were working with.
100%. And if you see professional athletes out there doing their thing and they'll make a blind pass or pass the puck to somebody, they know where the person's going to be. Same type of thing. You work
Hmm.
together with somebody and you just get in tune with them and you know what they're going to do. They know where you're going to be. You know where they're going to be. And it just makes everything go so smooth.
So everyone that's listening right now, if you were like, hey, here's some action steps for you to be able to create fun. Here's some action steps for you to be able to build relationships. Where do they start? How do they, if they want to learn back pocket games, or if they want to be silly, or if they want to, what do they do?
Okay, well, back when we were getting started, there was no YouTube or anything. Um, so we had these books called ideas books. I think I still have a couple of them. But your local library, you read all these books to keep kids engaged and interested, which you got the YouTube and everything nowadays. But
Hmm.
you got to want to do it first of all. And find something that you like, you think is funny or makes you happy, and just start from there. Like magic. I love doing magic. I love watching it. So I learned a little bit.
We
Uh,
we called you Magic Mike for a reason for a really long time.
they did, definitely. I think they named the movie after me too, but I haven't seen it. I don't know if I can say that.
Well, Mike, we appreciate you. Again, there was no one I know who creates fun like you do, who is as creative as you are, and who builds relationships. You are definitely in the area that we live in. You are definitely a local celebrity. You are a hype man. You are the one who gets everyone pumped up for everything. So, thank you for coming on the show. Thank you for your knowledge. Thank you for your
Thanks,
wisdom.
man.
Thank you for your transparency, and thank you for being kind as well too, because you are always kind, brother.
Hey, man, let's do it again soon. Hey, before you go, you forgot something. I'll hold on to it for you.
There it is.